Good morning, students. Today we are going to study direct and indirect speech, and in it we will study interrogative sentences part 2. We already have learnt WH sentences, right? So today we will study interrogative sentences without the. So the rules which we have to remember while changing into indirect interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentence becomes assertive while changing into indirect. We are now familiar with this thing because we have already learnt this thing in the previous video. Reporting verb changes from said to asked. Then to join the reported verb and the reported speech, we have to use if when the reported speech has yes no type answer to the question. This you have to remember. Interrogative sentences without WH, at that time you have to use if to join the reported verb and the reported speech. Example we see, Raj said to Meena, are you going to market now? Now here interrogative sentence, but there is no WH present. The question is starting with are. That means it is a helping verb. Now whenever you have like this type of questions, you will use if in your answer to join the two sentences. Now Raj asked Meena, then you put if. Now see the second point in the rule. Interrogative sentence becomes assertive. Now here also the same thing. Once you use if, after if you have to use the pronoun straight away. Now our pronoun in the question is are you. You is for Meena, so changes to she. If she was. This is how you change it. Raj asked Meena if she was going to market then. There you see. Raj asked Meena if she was going to market then. This is how you do it. After if, compulsorily you will use pronoun to change into indirect and then you put the verb. One more we see. Suresh said to Seema, are you keeping the car keys in the drawer? Suresh asked Seema if. After if, you have to use the pronoun. Now, our pronoun in the question is you, which is used for Seema. Again, we will put she. If she was keeping the car keys in the drawer. Now, we will see the full exercise of interrogative sentences from direct to indirect speech. Anand said to Binita, are you planning to join the tour now? Anand asked Binita if. Now, after if, we have to straight away use the pronoun. For you, it is Binita, so we put she. If she was planning to join the tour, then. So, straight away after if, you have to use the pronoun and then put the verb. So, automatically interrogative becomes assertive. Next sentence we see. Chandan said to Devin, is the teacher checking the books today? Now here again the same thing. Chandni asked Devin if. Now here we don't have pronoun. We have the teacher. It is a noun teacher. So that thing you will use either a noun or a pronoun after if. So Chandni asked Devin if the teacher was checking the books today, changing to that day. Chandni asked Devin if the teacher was checking the books that day. Falguni said to Ganesh, are you buying hockey sticks tomorrow? Falguni said to Ganesh, Falguni asked Ganesh if. Now are you is used over here for Ganesh, so you changes to he, if he was. Then buying the hockey sticks remains as it is, tomorrow changing to the next day. Falguni asked Ganesh if he was buying hockey sticks the next day. Hetal said to Irfan, were you present yesterday? Hetal asked Irfan. Now this sentence, were you present yesterday? It is past tense. So past tense changes to past perfect tense. Hetal asked Irfan if he had been, were changing to had been, present yesterday changing to the previous day. Jayesh said to Kajal, was the monitor writing the sentences correctly? This also is a past tense sentence. Was is present there. Same was and were both changed to had been. So just like the previous sentence. If the monitor, this is how you start your reported speech. Jayesh asked Kajal if the monitor was writing the sentences correctly. Lalit said to Mohan, will you go to school tomorrow? Lalit asked Mohan if. You is used as for Mohan changing to he, will changing to would. If he would go to school tomorrow changing to the next day. Naina said to Om, can you pay now? Naina asked Om if. You changing to he, it is for Om. Can changing to could. Pay now changing to then. This is how you change the sentences. Now more sentences we see of interrogatives changing from direct speech to indirect speech. Now it will be easy for you. Already familiar with it. Paresh said to Rajal, do you understand English? Now here you remember children. Do you understand English? Now whenever you have this thing, do you understand? Meaning do you when any verb is present over there, just remember that you are not supposed to change do to did over here. Straight away remove do from your answer. After if likewise also we are using pronoun. So that pronoun for you is for Rajal. So changes to she, and understand the verb straight away goes in its past form understood. So Paresh asked Rajal if she understood English. This is how you write it. Do you understand? Do you, and any verb for that matter, remove do from the answer, and we are supposed to use you as pronoun straight after it. So use it and change the verb in its past form. So that will how you get the answer. One more, Sanjay said to Tina, do you eat breakfast regularly? Same like the previous sentence. Do you and a verb is present there. So we remove do from our answer. Sanjay asked Tina if. Now do you eat? You is for Tina, so we put she over there. And eat changes to ate. If she ate breakfast regularly. One more sentence. Urvi said to Vimal, do you watch TV serials every day? Urvi asked Vimal, do you watch? Do you and verb again? So straight away, if you is for Vimal changing to he and watch changing to watched. TV serials every day. If he watched TV serials every day. Yatin said to Zainab, did you enjoy the trip to Mahabaleshwar? Yatin asked Zainab, did you enjoy? If for Zainab pronoun we have used she. So if she, now did is past tense. This you have to remember children. Whenever you have past tense, you change it to past perfect tense. If she had enjoyed, This is what you have to put, had plus past participle of the verb enjoy. If she had enjoyed the trip to Mahabaleshwar. Yatin asked Zainab if she had enjoyed the trip to Mahabaleshwar. Kiran said to Karan, "Were you preparing notes for the meeting?" Now Kiran asked Karan. This is also past tense. Were is present over there. So Kiran asked Karan if. You is for Karan changing to he. Were changing to had been. If he had been preparing notes for the meeting. Ankit said to Ankita, "Did your daddy buy a new house last year?" Ankit asked Ankita if. Now this is past tense. Did is present there. So again we have to change it to past perfect tense. So remember children, your daddy. Ankita, that means it is a girl, though the pronoun will be her daddy. Ankit asked Ankita if her daddy. Did is there, so we put had by changing to bought. Ankita asked Ankita if her daddy had bought a new house last year, changing to the previous year. Ankit asked Ankita if her daddy had bought a new house the previous year. So this is how we change present tense changing to past tense. The first three sentences are of simple present tense. The next three sentences are of past tense, which has changed to past perfect tense. Nothing to worry much about, very simple. Just use if. Whenever you have interrogatives and no WH is starting your question, you will use in your answer if. And then rules are the same. After WH we are using pronoun. Same thing over here. The WH has been replaced by if, and after if you put the pronoun. This is what you remember and continue with your answer. This is how interrogatives change into indirect speech. Here are some sentences for you to do in homework. Write them down in homework, so you will come to know how all the interrogative sentences are changing, especially when they are with this yes no type answer to these questions. And this is how you will change them and write everything in your workbook, sorry, rough book. So you have to keep everything ready in your notebook of grammar. When the school reopens, we will check your books of grammar so that your book remains up to date.